Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? We're doing a little build breakdown today of the Fiesta. I know some of you have asked for that, so I'm going to kind of go over it with you. It's been pouring rain outside and all that kind of stuff, hailing, bad weather over the past couple days and last week and stuff like that, so I haven't got time to kind of make a video in person on the car. It's really dirty and stuff like that. I want to get it cleaned up before I go ahead and make a video of more in depth of this. But I thought I'd go over the build breakdown and show you the kind of parts that are on it on Whoosh Motorsports website. That's where mainly I get all my parts. If not, if I buy them from somewhere else, technically they're still on the site. But I'm gonna get into it. So we're gonna start with the intake. Obviously, it's basically just the K&N intake down here. This one right here. And I do not know which series it is. It came with the car, but basically this is what it looks like. You go to here, it does look basically exactly like that. Now this filter right here, we did swap it out and go with the Whoosh ram air intake filter right here. And it's basically this part right here, just the filter alone, which right here, 25 bucks. I mean, that's pretty simple. But we got that. Then we're gonna go up here. We're gonna go to the exhaust next. So now, actually, I have the MBRP 3-inch exhaust. That was what was on the car. Now the whole thing, basically, all of this section right here in here was all rusted out, and then in this section right here are basically one of the previous owners. I think I'm like number 4 on this car. But anyway, they welded in like this massive like truck muffler there. So I didn't have the dual exhaust tips or nothing like that. It was just a massive muffler with like a little welded tip, single tip on it. So basically what I did is I got my the rest of the kit off of Amazon. So we have basically the MBRP muffler right here, and then some Amazon piping, which is Amazon 3-inch. It's cheaper than this. It's basically the MBRP exhaust. There's really no difference. If you look at the mufflers or anything like that, and they sound exactly the same. I test fitted both. They literally sound the same. But basically I have their piping that runs all the way back to the dual tip. So we got that. Now we're going to go on to the good stuff. So this right here, I did buy this a couple months ago before the price increase, but we do have an S280 turbo. And I'll tell you what, the Fiesta should have come with an S280 or something like that. The power should be on the Fiesta what it is now. I think we make right at 280, somewhere around there, closer to 300 wheel on the S280 on 93. And I mean, it's phenomenal. If you guys have the money and you're on the fence, should you do it? Do it. Now, if you do want to save some money, get the Whoosh hybrid. I mean, the hybrid is going to basically be a lot of fun. I mean, you get the freaking amazing low-end torque like the stock turbo, but more, and it still pulls up top. So instead, like with the stock turbo, where you kind of get drop off around like 4,500, 5,000 RPMs, when you get up there, you kind of, you boost drops off pretty heavily, because you basically make peak boost at like 3,000 RPMs. That Whoosh hybrid is going to hold the boost better than the stock. Not necessarily as good as the S280 would, I don't think, but it's really good. But with the S280, you can make more in the long run. Whoosh hybrid, expect that 300 to 350 wheel horsepower range max without like nitrous or something like that. So the S280 has been broken 400 wheel horsepower. So there's that. If you do want to spend the extra money, do that. But with the price increase, honestly, for the extra 750 bucks, I don't see the S280 being worth more than the Whoosh hybrid now. That is my opinion. I think the Whoosh hybrid is the best bang for the buck at the moment. So we're going to go on from there to the driveline. So basically, I have one of these bad boys. It's basically a short shift adapter. Goes in on the engine bay. That's where you saw it. And like I said, I'm going to cover this all in an in-depth video. I'm just kind of going over what we have on the car now, like a parts list, so you guys can kind of get a gist of watching the drag racing video that I did and the parts that we have on the car now. Obviously, this ain't really going to affect it much. It's going to decrease the throw between shifts, so you will get kind of like a quicker time. Honestly, I've had the stock shifter, I've had a short throw shifter. To me, the times running it, your shift time, as long as you're a quick shifter, or you really know how to run through the gears, I would say it doesn't matter if you have a short throw or not. But anyway, this does reduce like literally 15 to 25% of the throw. Feels really good. I mean, it's a great buy. So if you're on the fence, like I said again, to buy like a short throw or something, get one of these. It's cheap and it's easy. But if you want to have something a little bit better, and I'm not going to, try to make you buy one, get one of these bad boys right here. The Cooler Works is nice. I have got to feel a Cooler Works on my buddy Dimitri's car. It's great, but I think for the price, the WK is a lot better. Not saying I haven't got to test one out or be in a car with one yet, but for the price point, I mean, look, it's $600 compared to $850. I mean, these used to be the same price as this, and this was always $100 more. In my opinion, buy the WK. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we really don't have I have none of this. Like, it's a simple build and all that kind of stuff. Really, it's just, I mean, I don't even have any of these. Nothing. Only thing close I have is which I'll show you. This is the best. I have the carbon fiber shift knob. I love it. Feels really good. I do still want to get a whoosh weighted knob just to kind of see, but honestly, the carbon fiber ST knob is great. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that's really the build breakdown. I mean, it's a very simple build. I mean, it's nothing much. I mean, we got basically the S280, like I said, the exhaust that really doesn't have anything. And let me go back to the exhaust real quick because I did forget to mention it does have one of these bad boys on it, the Whoosh V1 downpipe. So I thought it was going to be a V3, but it is the version 1. But honestly, there's really not much difference between them. So I do have this. It's great. I love it. Love the sound of it, and it creates a sweet, sweet turbo whistle. So, but honestly, with the S280, the downpipe, the exhaust, I mean, and the intake, and we do have a Whoosh ported manifold. So let me show you that. Really, it is basically the stock exhaust manifold on the Fiesta ST. But what Ron does, owner of Whoosh, if you didn't know, Ron he basically buys them, goes in, ports them, and all that. And so we got one of these bad boys right here. It's the coated version, so yes, it's gonna help with heat, kind of heat soak and all that. I call it heat soak. Basically, it's gonna help with the heat, stuff like that. And it's tiny ported, 2 millimeter port and all that, but it adds enough airflow to get the job done. Car's never been dynoed, so I really don't know what it's making. But that is basically the build on the car. I do want to do one of the ram horn style right here. Would love an AirTech, but I really don't need one. I think the Whoosh ram horn is better than the AirTech. From what my buddy Wesley says, I'm sure most of you guys know who Wesley is. But yeah. So, I mean, I can't stress it enough. It's a fun car. Literally makes probably close to 300 wheel. I'm going to say in the 280 range. 280 wheel is probably where it's at. But I mean, for a car that's, Recaro car, now obviously we don't have the Recaros anymore. One of the previous owners did something stupid and took the Recaros out, swapped seats, whatever. It's dumb. I know. I'm pissed off about it. I really wanted those heated Recaros, and they would have been the molten orange, exactly like the car. So, anyway, but 280 wheel horsepower on a car that weighs 2775. That's because like the sunroof and stuff like that. That's a full weight, full gas tank Fiesta ST2 car, just without the Recaros. So 2775 on a car that makes 280 wheel. That's as much as my bolt-on 3-valve. I mean, that's actually more than my bolt-on 3-valve made, and that car weighed more. So, I mean, you can kind of get the gist of it. I mean, stock scat packs, you're going to be dead even with them. 3 valves, I'll just say 3 valves. I had one, raced a couple here and there. You're going to beat them. I mean, it is what it is. Stock 5.0s, you're going to be dead even with them. Camaro SSs, basically the same thing. Now, the 13 to 14 Camaro SSs, you will pull on them. The 15 and up, I'll take that back. 13 to 15. Anything there 15 before, you'll pull on them. The 16 and ups where they came with 460 something horsepower, the 8-speed automatic, and before they got the 10-speed, even the 10-speed ones, you're going to be like pretty dang close if they're stock. Bolt-on ones, you're going to have a little bit harder of a time. But I mean, that's really good for a car that makes 280 wheel on 93 octane. And we are tuned by Tune Plus. I know it's not on here because this is Woosh's site, but we are tuned by the GOAT, which is Tune Plus, Adam Brunson over there. And yeah, so there's the build. Like I said, I'm going to go a lot more in depth when the time comes, when it gets a little bit nicer outside, we get the car cleaned up, and can kind of show you more off of what it looks like, engine bay, and kind of all that stuff. Show you where the adapter plate is for the short throw shifter. Show you what the carbon fiber shift knob looks like. Show you where the S280's mounted at. I mean, basically mounts in the stock turbo location, so you really can't tell from above. It's just one of those things. But all in all, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Hope that kind of helps with the build breakdown. If you need more info, or if you want to know, or just have any questions, honestly, just post them in the comments, and I'll get back with you guys. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.